good fathers, intentional fathers, must see fatherhood like an art form. So as artists, painters, musicians, sculptors are always trying to get better at their craft, we too, as artists, if you will, should constantly desire to get better at our craft. And our craft, our artistry, our art rather, is molding our children to be the best they can be, to help them with their path, help them with the beginning of their journey. I think that's the reason why sometimes people do not take their parenting that seriously. Sometimes it's ignorance, to be blunt. They just don't know any better. They didn't have a good father or a good mother, or an intentional father and an intentional mother that really tried to think through what parenting was about. That just didn't want to wake up, slap their kids in front of a TV, talk to them from time to time, give them anything they want to eat out as opposed to cooking at home, actually sitting around a table. Old school stuff. This is really old school stuff. I mean, and so they don't know any better. But I'm one of those ones. I'm sure, hopefully many of you are. And if you're not, like I said, this is what this partial is for, this channel's for. Is I was blessed with a father. Actually, I was father and mother. Parents didn't marry when I was younger, when I was born. Things happen in life. But my father married my second mother, and they've been married for 27 years this year. Beautiful marriage, and they've gone through, like anybody, ups and downs with just different things, I imagine. Not that I know of anything, but they really, really took time, in my opinion, to work at not only their marriage, but work at being parents. And that includes my mother. When I was 8 years old, my mother gave my father custody. And that's a tough thing to do, especially, like I said, parents don't, always get married. That happens in life. But a man, in my opinion, needs his father. I know that's not popular in the culture, but a man needs his father. Father needs to raise his boy. An intentional father needs to raise his boy. That's what my father tried to do, be intentional. He understood that in his hands, which was my life, he held something beautiful to mold and shape me, to help me with thinking, to not just what to think, but how to think, how to proceed in life, how to proceed with my faith, how to interact with other people. And that's the beauty of it, I think. When you take a step back, I think Socrates had that great quote that says, now I'm forgetting it, but a life, I think that is something like a life that is fully lived or something to that effect. If I remember the quote, I'll put it in the show description. But a life that's fully lived or whichever is a life that is examined, right? So take a step back and examine your fatherhood. What are the pros of it? What are the cons? What are the things you should grow in? And realize that you are really you're that sculptor of this little being, and you're trying to mold and shape this person into hopefully being a good person when they get older, so they can pass on good values as they get older. And that's what we should be doing as fathers and mothers too. I'm not, this channel is really dedicated to fathers because I'm a father. So that's the way I have my experience and see things. But for mothers too, we should be encouraged to be intentional. We should be encouraged to, let's reimagine. I love that word. Let's reimagine parenthood so we can be better parents, intentional parents. Thanks.